Ndigbo, the southeast region is performing far below its potential, and this must change for the sake of our future and the generations to come. In the early 1960s, the eastern region was reported as the fastest growing sub-region in the world. 9 years after the Nigerian-Biafran Civil War in 1979, Igbos became the vice president and the speaker of the House of Representatives until 1983. From 1999 to 2007, we had the office of the Senate presidency, which were of course rotated among the 5 states. That's an issue for another day. But how, and so on and so forth, that we have held. How all these positions improve the lives of the women in Okpoko, or Ngokbala, or Akwet, or Izambo, or Udenu remains a question for another day. But how did we get to the recent position where we resort to politics of lamentation? The truth is that we have derailed. Perhaps someday, when we ask the hard questions, it may turn out that the problem may not lie exclusively in our stars, but maybe within ourselves. Yes, it will be nice, at least emotionally, to see a man with the red cap at the villa someday. But whether it will matter fundamentally for the average Igbo man is debatable. In 1998, I wrote an article. I was at the United Nations then. I wrote an article in which I argued that it is possible for an Igbo man to be president, vice president, senate president, and speaker of the House of Representatives at the same time, and yet Igbo land or ordinary Igbo man may not even fare better. Focusing largely on transient positions by politicians rather than on frameworks for sustainable prosperity for all misses the major point, in my view. Ndigbo need to maximize benefits from Nigeria to transform the homeland. But we cannot do so by remaining on the sidelines as social critics and agitators. In a democracy, no one gets what one deserves. You get what you bargain for, and you bargain with your votes. One obvious way for us to matter and be taken seriously in Nigeria, again, is the strength of our organization and the size of our votes. I pray that Ndigbo will never waste their votes again. President Tinubu is a cerebral, courageous, and patriotic Nigerian. We trust him to make a major difference for Nigeria and for the Southeast. We thank him for the ongoing federal projects in the Southeast, especially the Enugu-Onitsha Expressway that are now pursuing with vigor, the adjunct to the second Niger Bridge, among others. During his state visit to Anambra on May 8, 2025, I requested, among other things, for Anambra and the Southeast to be immediately included in the National Gas and Rail Master Plans, as well as dredging of River Niger for the Onitsha River Port to be operational, and he approved. We expect the agencies involved to deliver.